Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Our first story looks at the PG era officially dead. Atop of today's news is a report from the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter that the PG era is officially over in WWE, but it may take some time before the elements of the new era, such as the use of blood and profanity, are fully implemented. Meltzer's reporting, it was said to us that the Rock interviews and Heyman promo are considered the official end of the PG era. This isn't to say that the TV shows will be changing, that is something talked about but no decision has been made, but I'm guessing a decision will be made at the end of the year when Raw goes to Netflix and NXT to CW, based on what those broadcasters want and also what sponsors will be comfortable with. Consequently, it may be some time before the WWE implements all the changes it wants to make. Meltzer commented, so they'll be determined months from now, but the attempts to keep things PG in the big picture, which had been a big thing to the point of the memo being sent out about it several weeks back, such as in social media or in non-television shows, is now no longer the case. The waiting period could work out to the WWE's interest as it can experiment with its Triple H era style of content to gauge what is going to work with both fans and sponsors. While it's unlikely the WWE is going to make a radical change in its content, the recent use of blood and profanity surprised some fans, leaving them uncertain just how far the WWE is willing to go to push the creative envelope. Are you glad that the PG era is finally over? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a spoiler, so you may want to see the timestamps in the description of WWE Legends scheduled for Smackdown. Tonight's Smackdown features night 1 of the 2024 WWE Draft. Like past years, this year's draft will have the WWE Legends appear to announce the draft picks, but who should fans expect? Of course, again, if you don't want to know, skip ahead. Now PW Insider is reporting some of the legends who will be at tonight's show. The site notes that John Bradshaw Layfield, Teddy Long, and Alundra Blaze are expected. In addition, PW Insider reports that Michelle McCool and Tori Wilson will be in attendance. Next up is Brock Lesnar returning at the WWE Draft. Could Brock Lesnar return to the WWE Draft? While there's been debate whether the Beast Incarnate will ever return to the WWE following his name being linked to the Janelle Grant lawsuit against Vince McMahon, as again we note Lesnar has not been named as a party in the lawsuit and his name was not directly mentioned, just merely implied, but a recent Instagram post suggests Brock could return. Raw General Manager Adam Pearce took to Instagram posting a picture of Brock standing near a trophy with Pearce's name on it. Do you think that this is a hint of Lesnar coming back? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a WWE champion reached out to Cameron Grimes. While the wrestling world is still in shock at the WWE releasing Cameron Grimes, a superstar who seemingly had everything needed to succeed on the main roster. During an appearance on Busted Open Radio, Grimes praised the current WWE superstar who reached out to him. This is gonna sound like weird because of the level of star he is. Logan Paul actually reached out to me and I thought that was pretty cool because, you know what I mean, he's a megastar really, and even beyond past wrestling. He reached out to me and said some stuff to me, so that helps me feel good. Grimes also revealed who has been working with Paul whenever he has a match. And over the past year, Shane Helms, I want to go ahead and put his name out there. He's always been very pivotal in my career, and he did so much for me. In the past year, he's the guy behind Logan Paul. No one knows that because he didn't want to say it, but he's the guy behind Logan Paul. Every time Logan's gonna have a match, he's the one that's helping him. Grimes also noted that he was involved in helping Paul with his matches, which may be the reason why Logan reached out to him. In the past couple of months, I was Shane's helper to Logan, so I got to be around them and kind of help that. So that was something that was really cool. This WrestleMania, I got to help be part of that triple threat match and help kind of put some pieces together for that. Grimes is a second-gen superstar with many connections in the industry and should have no problem finding work once his 90-day non-compete clause expires. Next up, The Undertaker has a big idea for the women's division. The WWE's women's roster is brimming with talent, so much so that The Undertaker has an idea how to further promote the various superstars on Raw and Smackdown. During an episode of his 6 Feet Under podcast, Taker proposed some new ideas for the women's roster. The women's division is really getting good. You got Jade, you got Rhea, you got Charlotte, you've got Bayley, you've got Naomi. The division is deep. I would like to see a women's Intercontinental Champion and possibly, because there's 2 brands, a women's US Champion. I don't think you need more than that. You don't need to be a TV champion. Fans and some wrestlers have lobbied for a secondary title for the WWE's female division. With Triple H giving more time to the WWE's women's roster, this may be the right time to add these titles. Next up, Jon Moxley reacts to Dean Ambrose WrestleMania tease. A WrestleMania 40's Roman Reigns vs Cody Rhodes match featured a cavalcade of cameos, including an exciting moment when the Shield's music played and Seth Rollins showed up in full Shield regalia. For a moment, some fans actually thought that Shield member Dean Ambrose, aka current star Jon Moxley, might show up. That didn't happen, but Moxley recently commented on the reaction he received about the segment, telling Sports Illustrated, "I was asleep in Japan when that was going on. When I woke up, I had these messages saying, I thought you were coming out." And I was like, coming out where? It's cool that people...
Okay.
thought it was me.
That's pretty much everything. Everything else is like AEW news, and we don't care. This is probably the last video we're gonna do today. Yeah. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.